Say you start?
Yeah.
For either of you, what was kind of the key to the defensive effort today? You played zone most of the time. We don't see that too often under you guys, but what was it about that matchup and what you're able to do to Utah to really kind of make it a long game for them?
I'll take this one. We weren't planning on going zone the full game. Some coach talked to us about. We were going to start off in zone, see how it went, and then go man. Surprisingly, it worked out. It worked out really well for us, so we just stayed in it. A lot of guys stepped up in different positions that they're not usually used to playing. And, we ran them off the line, and we're rebounding well. So it was a really good game plan by the coaches for us.
Ethan, is this a bittersweet moment for you? You're going to the last potential game here. There's more basketball in the postseason, but how are you feeling right now just with senior day and just your time at CU?
Yeah, definitely bittersweet. I think the feeling that comes to mind is just grateful. Being able to play in front of those fans, have my family out here. I've only been here for a year, but these guys are my brothers. I'm really close to them. They accepted me right away, so it's been a pleasure to play with them and to play on this floor with so many people supporting us. So I had a lot of fun tonight, and we got the win, and that's the most important thing.
Ethan, we talked before the season, and you said this kind of year was about proving to yourself that you could play at this level. Do you feel like you've done that this season? Kind of overall, what are your takeaways from playing at the Power 5 level this season?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a jump. The season's been all over the place with injuries and stuff and different lineups, but I think that I proved myself to myself, to others. In practice, I think I performed well, so I think that I can live with how I've played. But it's not really about my performance. I think it's about kind of my relationship with these guys and just finishing the season out strong.
Tristan, how are you feeling, and when did you get the green light to be able to play today?
Yesterday in practice, I felt pretty comfortable. We taped it up pretty good yesterday in practice, and then I just gave it a go, and it went pretty well. So I figured I could jump out there and see how it goes. I mean, at any point where I don't feel comfortable or don't feel like my ankle's healthy, I definitely tell the coaches and sit back on the bench and give energy from the outside. But I felt stable enough to push through and to play today. So try to do that, yeah.
You guys kind of flipped the script on Utah's defense in the front court. You guys were all sharing the ball pretty well. Just from your perspective, how are you playing offensively, and what worked out for you guys?
I feel just sharing the ball, looking out for each other and making the easy plays. We sometimes struggle, I feel like, when we try to go one-on-one too much, or try to take, try to make the hardest play that might look the coolest or whatever, but in the end doesn't work. So we just got to keep making simple plays and look for each other.
Nick, you had 9 rebounds the other day, your first double-double today. I know it's been kind of an up-and-down season, but, do you feel like something's maybe coming together for you a little bit here at the end?
Yeah, a few games ago I had 0 rebounds, and that was something that the coaches stressed to me. I got to be a better rebounder, and I agreed with them. I got to be better on the board, so, I took that personally and tried to get some more rebounds for the team. So yeah, that's something I gotta keep doing for us, and as a collective group, we gotta be a team that rebounds, especially going into this tournament.
Ethan, you made 2 threes early in the second half, but the play that honestly stuck out to me was, I think it was in a fast break, and you kind of went up strong against, I forget who it was on Utah, but he was a lot bigger, and you went up strong, and we also saw that just kind of a lot throughout this season. Is that something like kind of not the size of the dog in the fight, but the fight in the dog that you put into your game?
I guess so, man. I mean, I just try and attack when I can. I'm a little smaller than a lot of the guys out there, so you can't really back down from anybody. I think it was Carlson. He's a really good shot blocker, but if you get scared or kind of go away from his shots, you don't attack him, then you're not putting any pressure on him and making him work. And on that play, Lawson was right there. So I figured I might as well, go into his body and see what happens. I think it rimmed out, but that's a shot that I think I can make. So keep going.
Tristan, what's it been like, kind of welcoming Jalen and Ethan this year, and kind of how overall has how have they helped the team chemistry? And
I feel like it's been pretty easy. They're high character guys, both of them. So it's easy to make people like that fit. You know, they're both pretty funny too, so it's easy to get along if you got a sense of humor too.
Tristan, win or lose today, you guys were probably locked into the same spot in the standings for the Pac-12 regardless, but you know, it's been a rough couple weeks. What does it mean for the team to kind of get this W and maybe have a little more positive momentum going into Vegas?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. You know, finishing the season off on a win that kind of gave us the winning season here for this year at Colorado, and you know, just kind of building momentum to go into the tournament and do what we do. So.
Anything else with the players? Awesome. Thanks, guys. Hey everybody, we've got head coach Chad Boyle. Coach, if you please start with an opening statement. We'll open up for questions.
Well, you know, senior night is always special, and you just, as a coach, you just cross your fingers and hope to heck your team plays well and you play well enough to win, to send 3 kids out on a high note, which we did today. And you know, it's been a up and down year. There's no question about that. But you know, the challenge I gave our team today before the game was, you know, we're either going to finish this year with a winning record or a losing record, you know, in the regular season, and your choice. And then we got 3 seniors who deserve to be sent out the right way, and your choice. And our guys really gutted it out and played their tails off. You know, wasn't planning on playing 38 minutes of zone, but it worked. It was effective, and we stuck with it, and they did a good job. For the most part, you know, we let Madsen get free a couple times in the second half from the 3-point line, but we shot enough threes ourselves to win this game and held them off. So it was a good win, great win, you know, to finish the year.
The guys in here just said that playing zone the whole game wasn't necessarily the plan.
No, it was not.
Was it just a matter of it working so well, you
Yeah,
rolled with it?
absolutely. I thought it worked well, and I thought our guys felt comfortable in it. And again, I'll be honest with you, even at pregame meal, Coach Roan, you know, was his scout, and I just threw out, you know, I looked at their lineup, and, you know, we had Ethan starting and Julian starting, and we were going to have to put, and they're so big, you know, we're going to have to put Ethan Wright on Ben Carlson, who's 6'8", 6'9". I'm like, why don't we just start out in zone and see how that works? And lo and behold, it worked. So.
you guys, outside of a couple careless turnovers, seemed like the offense was really in sync today. Did you just get that sense as well?
Yeah, I thought we moved the ball and shared the ball extremely well. I thought for the most part down the stretch we played smart. We made a couple silly decisions and silly passes there at the end, midway through the second half when we had the game under control. We wanted long possessions. We always want to look for layups. We always want to be in attack mode, but you got to make Utah work a little bit. And when we made them work, the breakdown would come and we could capitalize on it. But you can't get impatient against it. But yeah, I was disappointed in our turnovers. We had 14 for the game, 8 in the first half, 6 in the second. We had 6 against Utah and Salt Lake for the whole game. We really took care of the ball. I thought we had some careless ones and some silly footwork ones in the first half. But the offense, I thought, we made some shots. We moved the ball side to side. We got paint touches, and for the most part, made good decisions with the ball.
You said on Thursday you want to see a similar effort from what you saw against UCLA. Did you see that tonight on both ends of the court?
I thought our guys played hard. I really do. I thought we got long rebounds. We got some 50-50 balls on the floor, dove on the floor. Without a doubt, I thought our guys played with great effort and great focus, and for the most part, like I said, except for letting Madsen free, I thought we played pretty smart.
Nick, 9 boards the other day,
Yeah.
and then first double-double today. And have you seen anything different out of him the last week or so?
Well, he was terrific tonight, rebounding a basketball for us, and he made some plays, off the dribble. And Nick's getting better, and Nick, especially with KJ being out now, Nick's an important factor. Tristan's hobbled a little bit. And he wasn't 100% tonight by any means. And boy, he was efficient when he was in there. I didn't want to play him too much because that ankle's not 100% yet. We need it to be 100% by Wednesday. So hopefully it gets better and better each day. But Nick was terrific tonight. I thought defensively and rebounding the basketball for us, and he made some shots.
What is the status of KJ?
KJ's got mono, and he'll be out for the Pac-12 tournament, unfortunately. So, it's unfortunate timing. He was devastated when he found the news, and as we all were. But in the grand scheme of things, it could always be worse. And he's got a great attitude. I thought he was great on the bench tonight with his energy, and KJ's going to be okay. There's no doubt about it. But and at least it's not something that's going to hold him off, indefinitely. It's just going to be a couple-week thing.
Going off of Neek's good performance, there was 4 guys in double figures tonight.
Yes.
Is that you think that's something that you can build upon going into the Pac-12 tournament?
Absolutely.
Needing just more role players stepping up.
Yeah, we just need we've got a lot of guys that are capable of scoring the ball and making shots, and if we just share it and move it like we did tonight, we've got a chance to be pretty darn good down the stretch. And we're going to play Washington in the Pac-12 tournament, so we're going to need to make some shots against them. That's one thing we haven't done a very good job of, at times this year, is making shots when we got them. And tonight we did. We made shots when we needed to make shots. We made free throws down the stretch, which you have to do in games like this to put them away. And so you got to do those things to win, and we did tonight. And I'm proud of our guys for it.
One of the guys with a good game in place of KJ was Julian.
Yes. 36 minutes, 5 assists, 1 turnover.
Probably you'll take that in Las Vegas.
Absolutely. Yeah, 5 assists, 1 turnover from your point guard. You'll take it all the time. And Julian's capable of making threes. He didn't make threes tonight, but he's one of our most capable shooters. So, we just need, again, he was ready when his number was called, and that's what you have to have on your bench, and we had it tonight. It's good to have Jalen back. He gave us some good energy, off the bench, offensively and defensively. So, good effort, good team win.
Beyond being ironic, would it also be an advantage to play zone against Mike Hopkins in Washington?
We'll see. It's something we'll talk about. But I think, the one thing about Washington is they've got very talented players, and they're very capable. And we haven't beat them. It's funny, Washington State's probably playing better than Washington right now. We beat Washington State, but we couldn't beat Washington. So we're going to need to move the ball, like we did tonight, and play inside out like we did tonight, and share the ball like we did tonight, and make shots like we did tonight. We do that, we give ourselves a chance. And we'll see about the defensive game plan as we turn the page.
A great showing tonight. What's one thing you can improve on as the team strategy moving into the tournament?
Well, I think, look, we've got to be rock solid with our defensive game plan because you get to Vegas and it's not always the best team that wins. It's the team that plays the best and gets hot at the right time. And so for us, it's our defensive game plan, whatever that ends up being against Washington. We got to go execute that. And boy, it helps to make shots and to have performances like we did tonight with 4 guys in double figures. If you do that in Vegas, you give yourself a chance to win. If you have 4 guys in double figures, share the ball, move the ball, and execute your defensive game plan, it's one game. We have to go there thinking we got to beat Washington. And we've gone to Vegas sometimes riding high, feeling good about ourselves, and gotten taken out early. Whereas other times we've gone and limped in there a little bit and come out pretty successful, whether it's getting to the semis or the finals or whatever the case may, or winning it. It's been a while since we did that, so it's going to be a battle though. And you just got to figure out. We just got to figure out how to beat Washington on.
Coach?
Tad, you spoke about each of the seniors post-game when you addressed the crowd, but specifically with Ethan, I mean, he's been there, reliable all season long, healthy for you. Obviously, it was a struggle maybe at times in kind of the jump up, but what has it been like having his presence in the program this year?
Yeah, I mean, Ethan's fought through stuff this year. He hasn't played as well as I think, expected himself to play, and sometimes that maybe we expected him to play, but he's not. I think about 3 or 4 weeks ago, he finally mentally just kind of flipped the switch and said, you know what, I'm going to quit worrying about it. I'm going to quit getting down on myself. I'm just going to go play, and that's what he's done, and that's what he did tonight. And Ethan Wright's a good player, and it was nice to see a couple of those threes go in because he has not shot the ball this year from 3 like he's capable. And it's not like, I think against A&M way back when, he was 5 for 6 from 3. We haven't had that performance in a while. So just to get a couple of those to go in is huge. And we're gonna need that in Vegas. We're going to need him to make some shots, especially with KJ being out and being down a man.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.